44 COVID-19 patients discharged from hospitals on Chinese mainland Beijing, July 9, Xinhua. A total of 44 COVID-19 patients were discharged from hospitals after recovery on the Chinese mainland on Friday, the National Health Commission said in its Saturday report. Highlights of women's doubles semifinal at Wimbledon Tennis Championship. Zhang Shuai, back, of China/Elise Mertens of Belgium celebrate after winning the women's doubles semifinal match against Danielle Collins/Desiree Krajcik of the United States at Wimbledon Tennis Championship in London, Britain, on July 8, 2022. Xinhua/Li Ying. China's Anhui reports 25 confirmed, 114 asymptomatic local COVID-19 cases. Hefei, July 9, Xinhua, East China's Anhui province reported 25 locally transmitted confirmed COVID-19 cases and 114 local asymptomatic carriers on Friday, the Provincial Health Commission said Saturday. U.S. water likely contains more forever chemicals than its tests show. The Guardian. London, July 9, Xinhua. The water testing method used by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, is so limited in scope that it is probably missing significant levels of forever chemicals, The Guardian has reported. 19 being tried for involving in last July's unrest in South Africa. Minister Johannesburg, July 8, Xinhua. South African Minister of Police Becky Seal said Friday that 19 people are being tried and prosecuted for their roles in last July's unrest, which left more than 300 dead. Pavon sets sights on Argentina return ahead of Atletico Mineiro debut. Buenos Aires, July 8, Xinhua. Forward Christian Pavon has expressed hope that his move to Brazilian giants Atletico Mineiro will pave the way for his return to Argentina's national team. Portugal confirms first female case of monkeypox. Lisbon, July 8, Xinhua. The Portuguese Directorate General for Health on Friday confirmed the first monkeypox case in a woman in Portugal. China's PPI up 6.1% in June. Beijing, July 9, Xinhua. China's Producer Price Index, PPI, which measures costs for goods at the factory gate, went up 6.1% year-on-year in June, the National Bureau of Statistics said Saturday. Portugal reports weekly count of 65,364 COVID-19 cases, 123 deaths. Lisbon, July 8, Xinhua. Portugal registered 65,364 COVID-19 cases in the week between June 28 and July 4, the Portuguese Directorate General for Health, DGS, reported on Friday. Highlights of IJF Grand Slam Hungary 2022. China's Guozhongying, bottom, and Mongolia's Basanku Bavudurj compete during the women's 48 kg bronze match at the IJF Grand Slam Hungary 2022 in Budapest, Hungary on July 8, 2022. Photo by Attila Valgiite/Xinhua. China's CPI up 2.5% in June. Beijing, July 9, Xinhua. China's Consumer Price Index, CPI, a main gauge of inflation, rose 2.5% year-on-year in June, the National Bureau of Statistics said Saturday. Barcelona, Tottenham confirm Lenglet loan deal. Madrid, July 8, Xinhua. FC Barcelona and Tottenham on Friday confirmed the agreement for Barca's French international defender Clement Lenglet to spend the coming season on loan with the Premier League club. Ajax attract Bergwijn for record Dutch transfer fee. The Hague, July 8, Xinhua. Ajax and Tottenham Hotspur reached an agreement on the transfer of Dutch international Steven Bergwijn to Amsterdam on Friday. Chinese mainland reports 67 new local confirmed COVID-19 cases. Beijing, July 9, Xinhua. The Chinese mainland Friday reported 67 locally transmitted confirmed COVID-19 cases, including 25 in Anhui and 11 in Shanghai, according to the National Health Commission's report Saturday. Dance training program helps boost China-Laos cultural exchange. Vientiane, July 9, Xinhua. A Chinese dance training program in Laos has worked to boost cultural exchange between China and the Southeast Asian country, most recently providing more than 1 month of intensive training courses for 35 Lao dancers. 14 ancient tombs unearthed in central China's Hunan. Changsha, July 9, Xinhua. Archaeologists have found 14 tombs dating back to between the Eastern Han Dynasty, 25 to 220, and the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907, in central China's Hunan province. Japan, Hungary, Belgium take victories on first day of Budapest Judo Grand Slam Budapest, July 8, Xinhua. Japan won 3 out of 5 gold medals while hosts Hungary and Belgium each bagged one on the first day of the International Judo Federation, IJF, Grand Slam Hungary 2022 competition here on Friday. Shanghai holds solo Giorgio Morandi exhibition Shanghai, July 9, Xinhua. A solo exhibition of the artworks of Giorgio Morandi kicked off on Friday under strict epidemic control and prevention measures in Shanghai. Iran sinks Slovenia in men's FIV Volleyball Nations League Gdansk, Poland, July 8, Xinhua. Iran men's volleyball team continued the momentum after beating hosts Poland to trounce Slovenia in straight sets 26-24, 25-14, 25-21 in FIV Volleyball Nations League in Gdansk, Poland on Friday. Lao Parliament session concludes with approval of new laws. Vientiane, July 9, Xinhua. The National Assembly, NA, of Laos has announced the approval of 6 amended and 3 new laws at its just concluded third ordinary session. Djokovic reaches 8th Wimbledon final. London, July 8, Xinhua. 6-time champion Novak Djokovic came from one set down to defeat British number 1 Cameron Norrie on Friday, reaching the men's singles final at the Wimbledon Championships for the 8th time. U.S. stocks end mixed amid solid jobs data. New York, July 8, Xinhua. U.S. stocks finished mixed on Friday after a stronger than expected jobs report. Tibet Museum reopens after renovation and expansion. Students participate in an interactive game at the Tibet Museum in Lhasa, southwest China's Tibet Autonomous Region, July 8, 2022. The Tibet Museum reopened on Saturday after renovation and expansion. Xinhua/Sun Fei. U.S.-listed Chinese firms trade mostly lower. New York, July 8, Xinhua. U.S.-listed Chinese companies traded mostly lower on Friday with 7 of the top 10 stocks by weight in the S&P U.S.-listed China 50 index ending the day on a downbeat note. Mexican president says Texas governor's immigration order vulgar, backward. Mexico City, July 8, Xinhua. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador on Friday described as vulgar and backward a new immigration order issued by the governor of the U.S. state of Texas. News analysis. U.S. touts strong jobs numbers, but soft landing uncertain by Matthew Rusling. Tunisian president says errors found in new draft constitution. Tunis, July 8, Xinhua. Tunisian President Kais Saied said on Friday that errors were found in the country's new draft constitution, which will be presented on July 25 to a referendum. Newer Omicron subvariants account for over 70% new infections in U.S. Los Angeles, July 8, Xinhua. The newer and most contagious Omicron subvariants, known as BA.4 and BA.5, now made up over 70% of COVID-19 infections in the United States, according to data released by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, this week. Entrenched inflation a significant risk to U.S. economy, say Fed officials. London, July 8, Xinhua. Senior Federal Reserve officials have warned that the entrenched inflation poses a significant risk to the U.S. economy and feared tighter monetary policy may be needed if prices rise more than expected, British newspaper Financial Times has reported. Euro dips below 1.01 against dollar. Frankfurt, July 8, Xinhua. The euro on Friday continued to fall against the US dollar, dropping below $1.01 in intraday trading, its lowest record in nearly 20 years. Oil prices end higher in volatile trading. New York, July 8, Xinhua. Oil prices rose in volatile trading on Friday. Canadian telecom giants network outage impacts cell phones, internet nationwide. Ottawa, July 8, Xinhua. A massive network outage of Canadian telecom giant Rogers has caused problems of mobile services and internet connectivity nationwide since Friday morning, local media reported. China calls for dialogue to resolve political differences in West Africa, Sahel. United Nations, July 8, Xinhua. China has called for dialogue to resolve political differences in West Africa and the Sahel. Colombia enters 5th wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Bogotá, July 8, Xinhua. Colombia has entered the 5th wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, so citizens should reinforce self-care measures and get vaccinated against the virus, Minister of Health and Social Protection Fernando Ruiz said Friday. About 1 million people defending Ukraine. Defense Minister Kiev, July 8, Xinhua, Ukraine's Defense Minister Alexei Reznikov said Friday that about 1 million people are participating in defending Ukraine, the government-run Ukrinform news agency reported. Roundup U.S. biggest reservoir hits historic low level amid megadrought. Los Angeles, July 8, Xinhua, surrounded by a white band of dried rocks, the vast drop in water levels is visible this week at Lake Mead, the biggest reservoir in the United States, which has been shrinking amid a 2-decade-long megadrought. Apple's new MacBook Air with M2 available to order. San Francisco, July 8, Xinhua. The new MacBook Air with M2 is available to order starting Friday and will be arriving to customers worldwide next Friday, Apple said. COVID-19 widens gap in Californians' life expectancies between ethnic groups. Research Los Angeles, July 8, Xinhua. A new study has found that the life expectancies of different ethnic groups in California changed dramatically from 2019 to 2021, and that the racial and economic health disparities exposed by COVID-19 were the key factors. Syrian president makes first visit to Aleppo in 11 years. Damascus, July 8, Xinhua. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad on Friday paid his first visit to the country's economic and industrial hub Aleppo since the outbreak of the country's war 11 years ago, the state news agency SANA reported. Chinese envoy urges Security Council to end Syrian cross-border delivery ASAP. United Nations, July 8, Xinhua. A Chinese envoy on Friday called on the UN Security Council to terminate the Syrian cross-border delivery as soon as possible. 6 wounded by stray bullets during 4th of July fireworks in U.S. Oakland. San Francisco, July 8, Xinhua. U.S. Oakland police confirmed that 6 persons were injured by stray bullets, possibly from gunfire outside the Ballpark Coliseum during the 4th of July fireworks show, according to a report by the San Francisco Chronicle on Friday. Italians are less wealthy, older than 20 years ago. Report Rome, July 8, Xinhua. Italy's annual report on its economic condition found that the country has on average become less wealthy, older, and more likely to live alone compared to a generation ago. Saudi at full capacity to ensure pilgrims' health during Hajj. Minister Riyadh, July 8, Xinhua. Saudi Arabia announced on Friday its health services were running at full capacity to ensure the health and safety of pilgrims during the ongoing Hajj season. Ukraine cancels licensing of wheat exports. Kiev, July 8, Xinhua. The Ukrainian government has cancelled the licensing of the exports of wheat and meslin, a mixture of wheat and rye, the country's Agrarian Policy and Food Ministry said in a statement on Friday. Feature Native American tribe concerns over impact of U.S. largest lithium mine on culture heritage. Los Angeles, July 8, Xinhua. Standing on the entrance of the planned Thacker Pass lithium mine in the remote north of Nevada, the largest known lithium deposit in the United States, Myron Smart, a Native American tribe member, expressed his great concern over the harm the mine would bring to his homeland and culture. ECB urges Eurozone banks to factor climate risk into their risk models. Frankfurt, July 8, Xinhua. The European Central Bank, ECB, on Friday published the results of a climate risk stress test of major banks in the Eurozone and urged them to better factor climate-related risks into their credit risk models. News analysis: U.S. drivers could feel some relief with lower gas prices by Matthew Rusling. France's COVID-19 related deaths pass 150,000 mark. Paris, July 8, Xinhua. The total number of COVID-19 related deaths in France passed the 150,000 mark on Friday, after 74 deaths related to the virus were recorded in hospitals in the past 24 hours, announced the country's public health agency. Gold rises in rebound. Chicago, July 8, Xinhua. Gold futures on the COMEX division of the New York Mercantile Exchange rose slightly on Friday as gold rebounded after touching the lowest level in more than 9 months. Court suspends mask mandate on public transport in Nice. Paris, July 8, Xinhua. The Administrative Court of Nice delivered a decision on Friday suspending the mandatory wearing of face masks on public transport in the city, French news channel BFM TV reported.